What's up, everybody? This is Ed O'Brien. This is the We Run the State podcast. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties, but I got my man, my special guest,
Yes, sir.
Aamir Thomas out of Smyrna High School in Delaware. Aamir, thanks for your patience. Thanks for joining me on the show tonight.
For sure, for sure.
All right, we're gonna get into a couple of things. Before I logged on, I was trying to think when did I first see you. I think it might have been your freshman, either your freshman or sophomore year,
Yeah, I think it
down
was
at
sophomore.
the Mid Atlantic Pigskin Classic. So that might be your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think you came to my camp a little bit after that. So
Sir.
definitely been following you for a while. I actually saw you at the Penn State 707,
Yes,
and
sir.
you got the interception. I was there to get that clip. So anyway, I didn't. So I told the audience, but you've recently, and you can tell me if it was recent or not, but you recently committed to Maine.
Yes, sir.
So let's jump into that real
All right.
quick. Maine. First, what were some of the other offers and some other interests that you had before you decided to commit?
I had Sacred Hearts, ODU, um, I don't even remember. Sacred Hearts, Old Dominion, they irrelevant. I'm just gonna leave it at they irrelevant. You know?
I'm about
I'm
to
gonna
say this one. Yeah,
leave it
yes, that's,
at
that's probably a
that.
bad question. It don't even matter right now.
Yeah.
So let's get to the real question then. What made the University of Maine the right fit for you, both on and off the football field?
I see myself developing there both as a man and as a player. They got a great support staff there, coaching staff, great environment in total. You can tell everybody there who's on the team really locks in, really wants to be about football, and all the coaches really want to see you develop and become a better person, not only off the field but off the field as well.
Okay, and what was the date that you committed on
Um, I forget the exact date. It was about the weekend of the 21st of July.
of July? Okay, and was that so? When did you camp there?
I actually never went to camp there.
Okay.
I it was after the season, during track season. Coach Jeb hit me up, said he liked me a lot. Wanted to get a couple more clips of me. See me working out a little bit, got some clips, talked over to Coach Jordan, Coach Stevens, and I wasn't able to commit yet until I personally met with Coach Stevens in person, and that's what happened when I went up on that official visit.
Okay, and when did you take your official visit?
Yeah, that was the weekend of the 21st.
Oh, the 21st. Okay. So when did you know that? So did you already know that you wanted to commit to Maine before you even took that visit?
Honestly, going up there, like I was still a little bit nervous because it's like the distance from home, and then like just still wanting to keep my options open. But going up there on the visit, talking over my mom, praying that night in the hotel room with my dad, and I felt as if like that was it. Like I didn't think I was gonna commit on the way there before I even went on the trip, but when I got there and I really got to experience like what they're all about, is it was when I felt ready to really make that move.
So when you're making that decision, what's some advice? So what are some things that your parents told or
Uh,
advised you or asked you before, not say let you make that decision, but being in agreement that all right, this is a good time for you to make that decision.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was there with me on the trip. He was more of just like he wanted me to make sure I liked it on my own. He didn't really put in much like sway of his own opinion, but he just wanted to see where I was, where my head was about Maine itself. So he didn't want to sway my opinion at all. But I talked it over with him beforehand, and we both felt it's like it was a good fit for me.
All right. Now, you're a safety with the cover skills of a cornerback. You could play in the box, you could play center field, you could do it all, in my opinion. How does Maine see you fitting into their defensive scheme?
They got me in a couple positions. In high school you see me playing that safety and corner, but they also want to put me a little bit of slot, so a little outside backer position, a little decorated outside back. But they also gonna still have me guarding receivers, so I'm still in the in pass protection. But I'm also getting the mix a little bit in there, getting a little bit in the trenches. You feel me?
Okay, hey man, you got
Yes,
the
sir.
skills to do it, so I'm not surprised. That's why I wanted to ask that question. I had to refresh myself as far as the on-field stuff goes. So yeah, I could definitely see that. How does it feel to get that your decision made? You know where you're going before the start of your senior year.
It feels great. It feels great. Honestly, it makes me more hungry. If anything, it feels like it puts a target on my back in the state. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good cats in the state, but there's still a lot of people who aren't committed yet. So being one of those kids, it definitely feels like it's a target on my back. Got to prove myself, make sure I'm worth it. You feel me? That's really it.
Absolutely. And look, you're from the state of Delaware, and I think we can be honest. Sometimes you guys are overlooked from a
Yeah.
recruitment standpoint. Um, Now you were able to get the scholarship offers, and obviously we've committed. How much harder do you think it was for you, coming from Delaware, trying to get your stuff on the map, trying to get recruited? What are some things that you did to help overcome, being from a state that's sometimes overlooked, actually a lot overlooked a lot, but how were you able to overcome that?
Really all about really just building connections. I mean, football not like outside of the field, it's really just a marketing game. You gotta really put yourself out there. You're a product. You just gotta wait to get bought. That's really what it is. So you just gotta put yourself out there, advertise yourself, make sure you show yourself as a viable piece of the team to where like people will want you, not just messing around and expecting something to come towards you. Because in Delaware, it's not really much recruiting except the real good players. But like you really got to separate yourself and put in that work.
All right, let's get into this off season a little bit. What have been some of your main focuses in terms of training and skill development?
Yes, sir. Definitely knowing that man wanted me in the box a little bit more. I've definitely been putting on more weight, eating right, getting my diet right, but also hitting the field. I didn't have a summer all year. Like I swear, just me and the guys on the field. We always just working out, figuring out new things that we could work on the season. Got me a little bit good pass pro from the back position, also learning my new fits and all that stuff. So it's just getting to know ins and out of the field, preparing me for the next level, and also still keeping the main goal is still high school this year, and not skipping over that.
Absolutely. And how much do you weigh right now?
I got 205 now. 205.
205.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you plan to, I don't know if it's allowed to just go, or do you plan to enroll early?
No, no, no. I'm going to continue my whole senior year out, and then enroll in the fall semester.
I respect that, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I know you're gonna work hard, but enjoy it while you can, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, what are some things that you think you've improved upon, both physically and mentally, since the end of last season?
Physically, definitely gotten bigger. Definitely worked on my hips more, getting in and out of breaks. That's been a big thing I wanted to work on my agility, and mentally just being more locked in, being more hungry. I feel like that's an attitude you need to have, especially coming out of a state like Delaware. You just gotta really want it.
All right. And coming into your senior season, talk about your your leadership skills and how they've evolved from the time you came in as a freshman until now.
Yes, sir. It's just stepping in and playing that role. Coming into a freshman year, you always see the bigger guys taking leadership, learning how to play the position from them, and now it's like, I mean, I got to take over that position. Let's start a little bit last year, and really it's just in full effect this year. Just making sure I'm coaching everybody up right. Not only that, but bringing everybody together, and we all making sure we all know what the main goal at the end of this year was.
Okay. Now, speaking of goals, if you don't mind touching on
Uh,
both both your individual and well, I'll put the team first, your team goals, and then some of your individual goals.
so, uh, I mean, I know everybody says that the state chip is what everybody wants, but honestly, the past 2 years we've been first round Dallas. I gotta make it past that first round. That's really what I need. You
Okay.
feel me? I wanna make at least a run this year in the playoffs. Still wanna host up that trophy with my guys at the end of the season. I don't want to get my season cut early due to somebody else. I want to end my season on my terms. That's what I want to say. But nah, we want to take a run this year. We want to prove everybody wrong. I feel as if like we're still a good powerhouse in the state, but we still get overlooked a little bit. So I want to prove everybody wrong.
Speaking of your season, who do you guys play in your first game?
So, you read that?
I'm sorry, who do you guys play week 0?
Week 0, I think we play. Cardinal O'Hara. I want to say Cardinal
Okay.
O'Hara. Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
at
that.
home or at the Pigskin Classic?
Oh no, it's away at their house. We don't. I don't
It's
think we're in the
away.
Pigskin. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys. I will see you guys there. Well, speaking of games, I like asking kids this. I know every single game is important, but what's the one, or I'll give you two games that you definitely have circled on your calendar. Like, look, this is my last go round. I want to get this one.
So, uh, I got rephrase that. It's like cutting out a little bit.
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Can
I think you broke up a little bit.
you hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah, I
hear
can
you.
hear you better now.
It's a little bit static.
It broke up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, no, there's a little bit of static, but I can hear you now.
Okay, I can hear you better now.
All
Now, what
right.
did you say about the game? You said nah.
Uh, wait, would you? Nah, I didn't hear what you had said first about it.
Okay, I was asking what's one or two games that you have circled on your calendar.
Man, oh man, do I got a couple? Uh, we won't say the M team name. We just say the blue team up north. We gotta see them. It's every year. It's every year.
Is that?
Uh,
Oh, I didn't even know that was how y'all did that.
yeah,
Okay.
nah, it's one of them ones. It's one of them. We also got a blue team down south. They not good. They just talk a lot. Uh, last year they had lost to St. George's in the regular season. So I'm gonna playoffs lost again. We gotta get that. That's on our homecoming this year too. So we definitely gotta see them. And Sally's as well. We're not gonna miss this year. We gotta see Sally's. Blue team up north. Dover and St. George's. That's what we need. We need more of that.
All right. Now, what's something that you learned during the recruiting process that you wish you knew earlier?
Uh, Probably bring it back to what I touched on earlier about marketing. This game is all about. I mean, recruiting is really all about putting yourself out there, and making yourself wanna be looked at by a coach. So it's just really just getting the early drop on. I didn't really start going to camps until year camp that I went to my sophomore year, but I think that was the only camp I went to that summer. And then I
Oh,
started going to some last year, started getting some looks, really started to realize how to put my highlight tape together and all that stuff. And it did works. It did works.
all right. And last question. Talk about who's been some of the biggest influences on your football journey so far, whether it's a coach, parents, or a mentor.
Definitely my mom and my dad. My coach Drace, my DB coach from my high school, Coach Judy, Coach Marks, and my 707 Coach Keith definitely taught me a lot about the game of football, both on and off the field. Coach Fresh and Coach Shot taught me how to be a man as well. So it's been a village, honestly. It's really been a village.
You know what? Last question, because I think it's a great accomplishment to even get a scholarship offer, no matter. I'm sorry, not a scholarship offer, but to be able to commit,
That's
get
it.
a full scholarship, regardless of state or whatever.
That's
But
it.
I think being from Delaware, sometimes the degree of difficulty, I think it's harder. I think most people can agree with that. What
That's it.
advice would you have for prospects coming up from the state of Delaware, and how they how they should probably navigate or try to navigate their recruiting process?
I just say keep grinding. Advertise yourself. Put your highlight tape out there. Hit up these coaches. Even if you're young, I mean, you still put your name out there. Remember, if you hit them, if you hit them up your sophomore year, they can't talk to you, but they're gonna check that DM when you're a junior and they really want to recruit you. Like, dang, he really want to be a part of this program. Just really advertise yourself. Keep that grind. Seeing everybody, freshmen all over the country, 14-year-old with 300 offers. You may get focused. Life is your journey. God got your own purpose. He put your own story. You just talk at the time.
Well, Amir, I appreciate you for coming on the show tonight. Thank you for staying patient, sticking through the technical difficulties. But hey, I'll definitely be checking you guys out. I wish you the best of luck this season, and again, good luck to you on your next step in your football career as well.
So I appreciate that.
No problem at all. Have a blessed evening, and I'll make sure I get to see you.
I got you. I got you.
All right, have a good one.